I'm really proud of our team. I'm really proud of the season that we had and the efforts and the strides that we made. Um, the second year, basically, and making it to the tournament, having a chance to win a game in the tournament. Um, and just the overall growth of our program. We've got a good group of guys that work really hard, that come together, and the fact that even in a game where we're down going into halftime, I think 20 points or so, to beat them in the second half, not to give up, and because you never know what's going to happen. And I tell them the game is never over. Like I told you guys yesterday, teams don't quit in the SWAC, and that was proven tonight. They're a good basketball team. They're well coached, and they got a great combination of being able to play a little bit fast, but yet they have the poise and the maturity and the size, and they play tough. And I thought that their toughness and their size was a problem with us for the most part in the first half.
So is this your second time facing Grambling State in the tournament back to back? Just tell me, what were some preparations or things said in the locker room coming into this matchup, and then trying to get your boys motivated to even closing the gap by 10 to?
Well, and not making excuses, but it's a short turnaround, a very short turnaround when they had a day off. I think that's something that needs to be looked at. But we played them 3 times now without our starting point guard really at 100%. So, but they're still a great basketball team. They deserve to be where they are. Like I said, they're well coached. Really, the only way you prepare for them is physical and mental toughness, because that's what they present. You have to be physically tough. You have to be mentally tough, and you have to weather their relentlessness, because they very much are.
With the success you guys had already in the SWAC tournament in just a short amount of years you guys have been here, what impact do you think your basketball team is making in this conference?
I think the conference is very pleased with what we've done. I think that we're happy that we're in the SWAC. It was a great move by our administration. It's the best, obviously HBCU conference. It is one of the up and coming conferences in the country. Very well recognized as being a solid conference with a lot of growth in mind. And if you look at where the SWAC has come from the last few years, it's pretty amazing. The amount of attention, the amount of money that's gone into the SWAC, and what our commissioner has done with his staff, what they've done to beef up and to better our conference. It's pretty amazing. I'm very pleased, very happy to be a part of it.
Coach, you expressed a bit of displeasure last night about the lack of prep time between playing late last night and playing today. Did you in any way detect any sort of lag with respect to the amount of time earlier in the game? Do you think?
Well, I mean, when you look at listen, those kind of things affect you in a couple of ways. When you don't have your legs, your shots are short. When you don't have your legs, your jumpers. I mean, if you look at our team last night and our team tonight, it's 2 different teams when in terms of the way we shot the ball. No excuses, but it's pretty much a fact that type of turnaround with the other team having a day off is pretty tough to come by. They're already a really good team, who doesn't need 2 perks, But listen, they deserve to get what they've gotten, and I think that they've proven over the years that they've been solidly coached, and they've done a great job recruiting. And their style is conference tournament style, and so it's been really good for them.
Damani, you spent a lot of time in this program, been through a lot here. Talk a little bit about your journey and kind of what this season has meant to you.
My journey here been nothing but amazing. I mean, coached by Coach Theus, one of the, all-stars, and, places you want to go, he's been there. So it's been a pleasure to learn from him and our assistant coaches and our administration and the school and student body, taught me a lot. Maybe I was a kid before I got here, and I'm leaving as a man, so that's all I can be very thankful of.
Despite the loss today, last season you guys bounced out in the quarterfinals. This year you guys in the semifinals. What do you think your teammates and the talent you guys have is proving for the future of the program?
I think the talent here is going to be crazy good in the next couple of years. I expect them to be in the championship games, making it to the tournament here in the upcoming year, especially with the talent that we have and the talent that we can recruit with and get. So I'm gonna be excited and always cheer for them, always.
Coach, talk a little bit about the improvement of this program. You came in your first year 9-21 record, and now
Yeah.
this year you look back and you finish over 500 for the first time since 2017. Talk a little bit about that and then your expectations going forward.
Well, the year I got here was right after COVID, and right after COVID, and that team was brand new. The team prior to that was all seniors. It was basically, we had one returner my first year, and we had a chance to make it to the conference tournament, and we fell short by one game. And now making it 2 years in a row, I just see a very bright future for what we're trying to build. The style of play, what we have going on in the most exciting gym in the SWAC. Our fan base is amazing, and that party that we have in Old Moore's gym is pretty amazing. Our team is relatively young. We lose 3 seniors, but we have the ability to recruit, players that are going to come in and be impact players. I really think that in the very near future we will win the SWAC. We will fight for a championship, and I think that we just have to continue to improve every year and just build. Building a program is difficult. The first 2 years I started off with the players that were here when I got here. This was the first year that I played with the guys I brought in, and you can see there's a vast difference in the teams. So I believe I have a staff that can recruit the entire country, and guys want to play for someone like myself who's been there, and so I have fun. I'm enjoying myself coaching these guys. This is what I love to do. So I'm just happy to be here.
Last question.
Coach Theus, I'm curious. A lot of coaches that have come and sat there after they lose talk about first thing they got to do is go back and re-recruit their own players. Is that something you're going to experience now that the season is over?
Well, that's something that is the way of the world now. With the portal, with the way the mindset is, you have to re-recruit your guys. You have to do the things that you must do to keep them in school and focused on what our future is. That's first. You got to keep your own players, and then you got to go out and get new players. Obviously, you have to replace the guys that you're losing. I don't really see any issues with our players in terms of whether they're going to be here or not, but I still think that you have to always be mindful. And it's not after the season's over. I recruit our players year round, and that's just about relationships.